Hey everyone, I'm Pete Dalliday. Welcome to this special edition of Hometown PTBO. It's special because I got some fantastic guests to talk about a special guy. And introducing the guys here, we got Sam Weber, Ryan Weber, and James McKenty here as well.
Pete.
Thanks for coming in, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we're here to talk about Gordon Lightfoot, a guy that we lost just recently, a legend. And you three, all three of you, knew Gordon, had a chance to work with him, and what an amazing sort of opportunity that would be. I guess we'll start right here and go down the line. And how did you first meet Gordon Lightfoot, Sam?
Well, like a lot of things for us, it was through our connection with Ronnie Hawkins, and him and Gordon were good friends for 60 plus years. Yeah. So that sort of came together, and we were able to, work with him, record a couple tracks, and it was just amazing to be around him.
Yeah. Ryan, tell us about that. I mean, both of you, you two grew up in the States, but Gordon Lightfoot was, still huge worldwide. So you knew fully aware of who Gordon was when you had the chance to meet him and work with him.
Of course. I mean, everybody knows Gordon Lightfoot's greatness. Really, it's as he said, it was really about Ronnie and Gordon's connection. Well, the first time we met Gordon was actually, we played his niece's wedding in Casa Loma, and he was there. So that was our first meeting.
No pressure there.
There was some.
Heavy pressure.
Oh, by the way,
maybe there wasn't, but it felt like
Lightfoot, and he's over here.
And it was wild. Like, I remember he, as we're playing the set, he came and just like stood right beside us, kind of in the shadows, just stood there for a good portion of the set, listening really intently. It was like, oh my God, does he like it?
Right.
Then he took to the dance floor and all was good.
Did you dare play a Gordon Lightfoot song that night, or
no? We stayed away from those.
You just don't do that. That's okay. That's a great story. James, what about you? Sort of same timing. I mean, I know you've all sort of got together, worked on a project, but you've been around the music scene as well a long time. Was it, or had you met him earlier?
No, I hadn't. It came through these guys suggesting to Ronnie that if they were going to record some songs, that they could come to my new little space in town here. So the first time I met him, he was walking down my driveway, and not quite the same as performing in front of him, but there was a little bit of anxiety watching him walk down. And I mean, that's the thing when you're around someone that's so accomplished as a musician or whatever. Everyone sort of looked up to him, so you get a little edge on when you see him coming.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt, right? And you would have grown up and you Canadian. Not that these guys sort of also knew of him, but it had to have been on your parents' record player down there in Eastern Ontario, or you grew up the soundtrack of your childhood, right?
Oh, definitely. And I mean, those tunes are ingrained in the fabric of this country. I mean, even if you didn't hear it on your turntable, you heard it on the radio, Yeah.
True greatness.
So let's talk a little bit about actually working with him, because you guys, you did the recording, and Ronnie's there, and you get together and you're recording a classic. So tell us how that all came about and the project. We're going to show a little of the video here too.
We were doing, the second one would have been me and Bobby McGee with Christofferson and Gordon and Ronnie. That was out at his place.
Yeah.
But for both those projects, Lightfoot was sort of the producer.
Okay.
He was very much in charge, knew what he wanted, a lot of attention to detail, and that's what you want in the studio, I think.
Right. Probably what Ronnie needed a little bit. He
definitely,
someone to be, directing maybe
you need
a
leader.
bit. So Gordon was the leader. Okay.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Ronnie was a consummate professional too.
Yeah.
Like, he knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
As well, but yeah, that's the thing I think that struck all of us was like Gordon Lightfoot's.
Someone has to be the captain, I guess, right?
His meticulous precision to every aspect of every sound that went onto a recording. It was really astounding to see, right down to like a woodblock part. He was very conscious of where that's going to be placed.
Yeah. James, do you remember, was there one time where you're like just amazed by something that he picked up, maybe you didn't hear? I mean, you have a great ear, but do you remember anything that he's like, oh?
Well, for a couple of the tunes, Pony Man and the Christmas tune, we had laid down the instrumentation before he got there. And anyone that knows Gordon, it's all about tempo, melody, chord structure, arrangement of the tune. So we had to play what we had recorded to him when he first got there. And that was sort of the moment, I think, for all of us where it was like heads down, like, how's this going to go over, And luckily he loved it and it worked out, but then he proceeded to take out musical notation and chart out the wood blocks that he wanted placed in the song. But he had to hear the song again from the beginning because he had to mark which bar it was in the song that those entered.
Yeah, like the 80 bars of rest before they enter.
Yeah,
he's like,
so
counting it all, notating it all.
You would never run into a quote-unquote folk artist that would chart these type of things out.
Right.
But that's the level, that's how deep he went with his musical knowledge and how he heard music in the studio, but also just, if he was seeing someone perform, it was the exact same. It was eyes closed, head down.
Mouth open.
Mouth open.
Absorbing, taking it all in. He would listen like this.
And is that rare now? I mean, you guys are, is that a rare thing these days to be that sort of dialed in and that kind of like?
Well, I just think he was a rare specimen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not that other people don't do that and make great recordings, but the way he did it was, it was just astoundingly precise. I would say.
And his wording even, I forget exactly what it was on one song, but he wanted harmony and he was like, could we add the second inversion?
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, so he's looking for this particular harmony part, but he's calling it the second inversion. And then when it, to your point about how he heard this stuff, when it came to mixing, he just, he'd be calling all the time to make sure the vocals stayed on top.
Following up.
But we were just like, oh yeah, second inversion. Yep, I got that.
Second inversion. Yep.
What would that be? James, what would that be?
Sam, how do you sum up, what we've lost, not just as Canadians, but as music fans across the world? I mean, we've lost a good one here.
Well, definitely. I don't know that I can really sum it up. I just sort of go back and listen to the great music because that's around forever and it'll last 1,000 years.
You have a favorite track?
All of them. All of them.
Yeah.
They're just, they're all masterpieces, in my opinion.
What about you, Ryan?
To sum it up, I don't know. I mean, we think about what we've lost, but he really lives on, and he will be remembered ever after. His music is there, and so many people love him. That's gonna continue. So we haven't really lost him. Yeah. And I think a lot about the reunion that's going on now, certainly with him and Ronnie.
With Ron, yeah.
And I could picture Ronnie over the past few months saying, I'm telling you, baby, we got to get Gordon up here. He's one of the good ones.
And that's the last time you guys would have saw Gordon Lightfoot. Was that Ronnie's celebration of life out at the lake?
Yes.
Yeah. Which was last year. James,
Summer,
what about you? I mean, your final thoughts, and I know you're kind of a big vinyl guy too. I heard someone say yesterday there's nothing better than listening to Gordon Lightfoot on vinyl, but
yeah.
We'll always have that. I mean, we'll always have it,
and I think what we've lost in some ways is like a major voice for Canada.
Yeah.
And man, he's cool. He's so cool. He's a really smooth, casual, amazing guy. That's all I say about him.
Guys, appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
This has been fun. I mean, under circumstances, we've lost such a legend and a friend of your guys. But thanks for sharing that. Appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for watching Hometown PTBO, everybody.
Thank you for watching Hometown PTBO. Brought to you by The Pyle Group, CIBC Wood Gundy.